you for joining us. Today, we are going to talk about reading strategies and accommodations that will help support you to become a better reader. I want you to take some time, grab a pencil and some paper because you're going to have to use that a little bit later. I'm going to introduce you to 2 reading strategies: making a connection and making a prediction. We're going to read a story. It's about 3 chapters, but it's very short. And I'm going to give you a graphic organizer for you to use at home so that you can better organize your thoughts when you're reading. So let's move forward. The name of the story is Hooray for Fly Guy. We're going to make our first prediction based on the title, Hooray for Fly Guy, written by Ted Arnold. Well, we know this word, hooray, because we've used it, I'm sure. When we're happy, when we're celebrating, we say, hooray, good job, or I did it. So with this word, we are making a connection, because I'm sure you've said that, or you've heard someone say, hooray. Hooray for Fly Guy. Who is Fly Guy? Maybe he's a character. These are all predictions. In this image, there's a football. How many of you play football? How many of you enjoy watching a football game? Maybe you have a football team in your school. Again, we're making a connection to this story. We're also going to make some predictions. So let's talk about some predictions. Maybe the story is about a football player. Maybe he's a great football player. Maybe he's winning in the game. That's why the title says hooray. But we're going to put all those predictions and connections right here to the side, and let's figure out if our predictions are matching up with what the story is all about. All right, here we go. A boy had a pet fly. He named him Fly Guy. Fly Guy could say the boy's name. The boy's name was Buzz. Chapter 1. Fly Guy went with Buzz to play football. Coach said, "We need one more player for big game." Buzz said, Fly Guy can help. He can play. Coach laughed. Flies can't play football. Buzz said, "Fly Guy, show him what you can do." Fly Guy kicked the ball. Fly Guy went out for the pass. Fly Guy tried to tackle Buzz. "I was right," said Coach. "Flies can't play football, but he can come to the game." What just happened in chapter 1? Let's talk about that. So, in chapter 1, we were introduced to a few of our characters. Do you remember who those characters were? Let's see. You have your paper and pencil ready? I remember Fly Guy, Buzz, and the coach. So I'm going to put my cubes to the side, and now I'm going to pull out our graphic organizer so we can do this together. Who remembers the name of our story? That's right. Hooray for Fly Guy. You can create your story map just like mine on your paper. You can put the title and then create your circle and your square. So the circle here is your characters. We already said Fly Guy, Coach, and Buzz, the little boy. All right. We also discovered where our story took place. And if you look here, this word says setting. The setting of the story is the location. Where did our story take place in chapter 1? That's right, you guessed it. Football field. Okay? So, now let's go back to the story and see what else is going to happen. Or do you want to make a prediction now? In chapter 2, we can predict that, maybe Fly Guy is going to go to the game and learn something. Remember, Coach told him he could come to the game, but he can't play. What predictions are you coming up with? All right, let's go to chapter 2. It was the day before the big game. Buzz made a helmet for Fly Guy. They played football. They did jumping jacks. They planned a secret play. They even made up a touchdown dance. They went to the big game. Coach said, "A new player just joined our team." And Fly Guy sat on the bench. The game started. His team scored. Fly Guy cheered. Then the other team scored. Fly Guy worried. The other team scored a lot. Oh my goodness, we're already on chapter 3. Let's talk about what's happening. The problem. What is the problem in our story? Okay, so let's talk about one, because there are a few problems that's going on, right? So we're just going to take one of the problems. One problem is the coach did not allow Fly Guy to play. Excuse my handwriting. Okay, so that's one problem. The coach did not allow him to play. And why did he not allow him to play? Do you remember what happened? The coach told him, Fly Guy, he can't play football. So he doubted him. And what happened? What were some of the events that occurred? He tried to kick the ball. He couldn't do it. So some things kind of proved that he couldn't do it. However, in chapter 2, they practiced. So here's one event. They practiced. Buzz made him a helmet. And they also created a secret play. So I'm going to put a secret play. All right. So let's see what is going to happen next. Now remember, in chapter 2, a new player entered the game. And they were winning. Then they started to lose. All right, what's going to happen next? Make your predictions. Okay, let's see if you're right. Chapter 3. Finally, there was 1 second left in the game. The score was 17-14. 3-point difference. The other team was ahead. They were about to score again. And then the new player was injured. The new player got hurt. Coach said, "Okay, Fly Guy, you can play now. The game is lost anyway." Buzz said, "Okay, it's our time. Time for the secret play." Fly Guy went to the line. The other team snapped the ball to their quarterback. Fly Guy flew fast and straight. He flew right up the quarterback's nose. The boy dropped the ball. Ha-choo! Buzz picked it up and ran. He scored. Fly Guy and Buzz did their touchdown dance. The team cheered. "We won! We won! Hooray for Fly Guy!" And that is the end of our story. So, let's go back to our graphic organizer. Did we find out what that solution was? Okay, I hear you. Here we go. So, we know that the problem was the coach didn't allow Fly Guy to play. We said these are some of the things that occurred throughout the story. Fly Guy and Buzz practiced. They did exercises, right? Jumping jacks, remember I said that? And they had a secret play. So, what happened at the end of the story? I'm going to write down my answer. Fly Guy used the secret play and won the game. But there was one more thing that happened in our events. What happened? How did Fly Guy even get in the game? That's right. The other player was injured. The other player was hurt. And because he was hurt, that allowed Fly Guy to enter the game. So Fly Guy entered the game. And this is our story map. And you can use this graphic organizer in any story you read. All you need is some paper and a pencil, and you can create your own story map. Put the title of your story at the top. Put your character. You can make a circle and put your characters here. Then you're going to make a square for your setting. Remember, our setting is our location. And then you want to have 1, 2, 3 more boxes below. One is the problem. Your next box is your event. And then the solution. How do we solve this problem? We solve the problem by looking at what happened in the story during these events. So I'm going to put our graphic organizer down and look at our cubes, okay? We made some predictions and we made our connections. These are the 2 reading strategies that you can use whenever you're reading a story.